Well, hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Charmaine, and as you can read in the description, you can find just about anything here. But I'm talking about my sister lock journey today, and I posted like a couple of days ago when I had made the decision. Turned 58 years old, made the decision to get SisterLocks. And I was so concerned because I saw so many videos and I knew that my hair was going to not be like this full head of hair that I'm so used to having, or at least appear to be having, because either I have braids or I have braids or I'm wearing a wig. Um, and I didn't really do a lot to my hair prior to making this decision in terms of, I was natural, and the only product I used is regularly was Kinky Curling Custard, which is the absolute best on the market. And I kind of regret having to give that up because that was the most fantastic hair product I have ever used, and that also that conditioning, that shampoo and conditioner, two of the greatest shampoos and conditioners I've ever used. But anyway, we're not talking about Kinky Curly today. And I really should have made a Kinky Curly video before I got my SisterLocks, just to give them their props because they are phenomenal. You just have to know how to use it. You have to know how to play with it. But once again, I'm not going to be using Kinky Curly anymore. So back to my SisterLocks. So I found, I'm in Philadelphia. I went to the SisterLock registry. I found a young lady who was a trainee, when I was looking at the SisterLock registry, I wasn't paying no attention to whether they was trainees or whether they were consultants or whatever. I was just going down the list trying to find somebody to do my hair before I leave town, because I leave in town tomorrow. So found this young lady, Sakina of Legendary Locs of Philadelphia. Sweet, sweet spirit, sweet person. And she agreed to kind of like fit me in. And it's been interesting. I went yesterday for the first part of my install, and it was long. I mean, my butt was hurting sitting in the chair, and I had a blanket, and I had some food, and it was more than just a notion. But the chair was comfortable. My butt is a little bit big, so maybe that was the issue. I don't know. Chair was comfortable. It was able to recline. I was able to sit up, whatever. It was great. But I'm gonna tell you something. This sister don't have a TV, so if you go and watch TV, you can forget it. And she gave some really good reasons, right? She said that when the TV's on, she gets distracted. The process takes longer. The client is not paying attention to the way she wants you to move your head at a particular time at any given moment. And so she said, nope, we're not going to do TV. So you know what? I have to respect it, because I do understand you can get so involved in TVs that you forget what you're really there for. So she doesn't have a TV, but I was able to listen to my cell phone. I was able to sleep. She gave me a blanket. It was a very peaceful environment, and it's a very she has it very well laid out in terms of the design of the shop. I just think she has a great product, and I think that if you're looking for a retie or a repair, she's the person to go to. One of the things I liked about her, now, of course, I don't know nothing about the SisterLock community. I don't know whether they, I don't know nothing except what I have heard and read and listened to all those people I got mentioned in my description. But she really took the time to explain her journey. She talked about how, she had so many mistakes done to her hair that she learned and, wanted to make sure that these things didn't happen to somebody else. And so she uses her experiences as a testimony of what to do and what not to do. And I think that's really powerful. Then she talked about her learning journey, what she did to actually learn how to do SisterLocks. Let me tell you what impressed me. Apparently, there's a 4-day class, and if any of this is incorrect, I may have heard it wrong, so do not hold me to it. Apparently, there's a 4-day class you can take for X amount of dollars. I'm sure that changes with time. And you learn the process of SisterLocks and all that goes with it. What she did, this is what she did, and this really impressed me. She said for those 4 days that she was at her class, she concentrated on the knowledge, getting the knowledge, understanding the black and white, what's in the books. She didn't concentrate so much on how to actually do the grid pattern and the styles or whatever. She didn't. That wasn't her focus. And then she came home, processed what she knew, and went back and took the class again and brought somebody with her so that she could use that person as a head to practice on. And so she took the class again. And for the next 4 days, she learned the actual technique of creating the beautiful SisterLocks that we see all over the internet, right? And I was impressed. I said, because what she did, she went above and beyond so that she could be, 100% for her customers. So I just think that's just awesome, right? And that was just one of the things that she told me about her journey in this SisterLock world and this SisterLock business. And I was very impressed. I was very moved. She seems like a very sincere person. She does seem like she's very busy. She's very overworked. She's very much in demand. And this is what I also found out. When you look at the SisterLock registry, you see trainees, right? You'll see in blue, approved. Now, it's not too many people that have that blue on there. Now, when I was looking at the SisterLock registry, I wasn't paying any attention at all to any of that. I just started at the top of the list and I said, if whoever answers the phone, that's the person I'm going to hire because apparently they need to work. So what I found out was approved means that they have submitted whatever requirements they needed to, show that they can do this work, and it's been approved. Well, there was no approved next to her name. But, I didn't know. I didn't know that there was, a difference between the approved and not approved. But I'm going to tell you what happened. When I went there and I talked to her, and I think I'm a pretty good judge of character, having worked with people forever and ever and ever. I went there and I talked to her and I heard her personal journey. I heard her testimony. I heard her heart. I saw the way her shop was laid out. I saw pictures of her work on her phone with her hands, I heard the testimonies that she gave of people she had worked with both here and in North Carolina. And I was impressed. And she said the only reason why she doesn't have her consulting situation going on or her approved status is because there's a backup at the home office and they're trying to find people to help process all this paperwork. So it's through no fault of her own that she does not have the approved status. So if you happen to go to the SisterLock, and I believe her 100%. So if you happen to go to the SisterLock registry and you see Sakina or Legendary Locs, don't be afraid to call her up because she really is, I think, worth her weight in gold. And she has a good personality, and she's positive, and she's just a little bit overworked. That's what I get from her. So here, let me show you what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on. Now, I hadn't intended on opening up these little bundles of hair, right? I hadn't intended on doing that. But because I'm waiting to go today for my second part of my install, I said, well, what else I got to do? Let me make a video. Let me open up a bundle. I hope I can get it back. I guess it's just a matter of planting it back. But let's see what it looks like, right? Okay, so here we go. Now, let me tell you this. I had about, I think she said 6 and 7 inch hair, mostly 6, I think she said. So that's what you're getting ready to look at now is 6 and 7 inch hair. And then I had a lot of breakage around the front. I have a receding hairline from all the braids and wigs and all the stuff that I've been doing to myself for the past, I'm going to say 45 years or so. This is it. And I'm sure, I'm overweight, and I'm sure that's not helpful for hair growth and things like that. And so I'm working on all these things. I'm very excited. But one last thing I got to do is my hair. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to take one of these bundles out, I think. And it's a very small bundle. I don't have big bundles like, people. And I guess, what I'll do is edit this and make it quicker or whatever, so you don't have to watch me take out a bundle, but I'm gonna take out a bundle and let's see what we got. And she was meticulous too. I mean, she was counting rows and making sure everything was even and making sure. And so, Sister Lock people headquarters, y'all go ahead and look at this girl's paperwork that she sent in, please, and approve her. Now you can't really see this, can you? Because I got like this blue black background. Oh man. So you know what? Maybe I'll do a part 2 with a white screen or something so you can see. Let me see. I know people do this. I see them do this. So it's curly. It's curly. And I knew because of the journey that I was on, right? You really can't see it. But I knew because of the journey I was on that it was going to look like this. Let's take out another one. Now, I don't think she expected me to take these bumps out before I got back to her today, but I'm curious to see what's going on. And these bundles are like tight, so let me see. And she did them tight too, not too tight, but she said her goal is to make sure this hair is not unraveled. It doesn't come out. Now look at that, y'all. What do you think? And you know what, too? I had said, and I've since changed my mind, but I said, you know what? If this doesn't look right, I'm putting on a wig. But I'm not doing that. I know this is a process, and I know this is a journey, and I have decided whatever it is, I'm going to stick with it. One thing I didn't do that I probably should have done was get rid of the gray. I only have gray around the edges, so I'm going to still do that. She said I could as long as I don't let the dye touch the SisterLocks. So my edges are so sparse that I can put the dye around there and they ain't gonna go nowhere near the SisterLocks. And then there were pieces of hair that had to be twisted. There were pieces of hair, and not only like a couple. There were pieces of hair that had to be plaited, And so look, what you think? What do you think? What do y'all think about this? Now, one girl, she had hers done right, and she was on the verge of tears. And hers, she had more hair than I did, but she was on the verge of tears. Now, I know it needs to, because it was all tied up in that little ball. So I know it needs to do something, like relax or whatever. But that's what it is. And again, I know that I expected this. So I'm not upset. I'm not scared. I'm not concerned that I look crazy, because I think I do look a little odd. But I'm convinced. I've lived long enough to know that if something has a 5-step process or a 10-step process or a 15-step process or a 3-step process, if you follow the process, you're going to get the results as a result of following the process. But I'm trying to find like a white piece of paper or something so that you guys can get a better. Let's see. What if I do this? Aha. Let's see. I got to get a whiteboard or something. So look at it. So the back's not even done yet. So this is just the front, and and maybe it's not exactly. Maybe it's 40%, because I think the back of the hair is where I have the most hair. But the situation with the back is that the parting is going to be easier because I don't have all those dips and valleys and stuff like that. And so that took a long time to kind of part it, make sure it still maintained. It's still. Look, can you see? Look, y'all. Parting and making sure it's still in the SisterLock stay within the SisterLock parameters, So this is it. I'll figure out some cute little ways to style it. I know I will, because I'm creative. I'm creative like that, and then, maybe I'll braid it down like this. Look at that. Bring it forward a little bit. I mean, it's got to grow. It's got to grow. It's got to fill out. It's got to. This is my little little plaited back that she left, but it's got to grow, and I understand that. And you know what, too? I know that we say we're not our hair, and we're not our hair, but I think that even with or without hair, I'm still a really beautiful person, and not just on the outside, but on the inside. And I think that matters more than anything else. So, and then my husband, God bless his soul, he's very supportive, and he watched some videos with me, and so he knew how some things were going to turn out. And, I guess we've been married long enough that even if he sees me and like looking like this, it's okay. One of the things they said, which I thought was interesting, was that you shouldn't do a lot of manipulation, which I don't plan on it. I'm just going to do the basics, whatever the basics are. I'm going to do that. And, everybody wants hang. Everybody wants some length. I don't have it. I don't have hang. I don't have length. So what I may do is I may just roll it up and keep it curly. I don't know. But I got to do something that fits what's going on with me. But what do you think? And then listen, please subscribe to my channel. Send me comments. Help me if you think you can. Tell me what I can do. I got a very, I got like a large head, and I really don't have that much hair. So far, maybe if my head were smaller, it would look it wouldn't look as sparse. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen a lot of people with maybe as much hair as I do, and have as much hair as I have, and it looks just like mine. So the beautiful thing about this whole situation is I expected this. Now, if I hadn't expected this, I'd probably be in like a real situation. I'd be like tripping right now. But I expected it because I saw, I watched, I listened, I tried to learn, and I expected it. So, like, what if I do something like this? Look at that. Look at that. Just a little something, something. And then, of course, the hair, just came out of that little ball. So it's got to get a chance to rest. At least mine do. I know my hair got to fall and rest and let the natural sweat juices come on in. And so, that's it. And then what I'll do is maybe when I go to bed at night, I'll just braid it ever so gently. Right on down like that. Instead of putting in a little ball. And the ends have to be protected. So whatever you do with these ends, you gotta fold them up. She showed me that. Fold them up. I don't have a lot of ends, but the little ends I got gotta be protected. So you fold it up, and you probably can't see what I'm doing. And put a little rubber band or a little something on them. But this is where it's at. Listen, y'all. Thanks for listening. Again, no matter what it looks like right now, and it don't look bad, I'm in for the long haul. I'm excited. I did my research. One poor child, I can't remember her name, but she was on the verge of tears because her SisterLocks were so thin, and she was, she had a different expectation. I didn't have a different expectation. I knew that my SisterLocks would look just like they look. And I know that they are going to maybe look like this for 2 or 3, maybe 4 reties, maybe more. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just in it for the long haul because I know what I'm going to experience. I know how I'm going to feel. And sometimes you got to have delayed gratification, right? So whatever the case may be, I don't know what your next decision is. And I don't know what big hurdles you have to face or what fears that you have. Sometimes you just got to push on by. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I met up with Sakina from Legendary Locks of Philadelphia. I'm very excited and very happy. And thanks again. Join my channel. Please send me some encouraging words. I really appreciate it. Now, if the video is too long, just fast forward it or whatever. But I got to figure out how to speed things up and blah, 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 blah. So, and I'll do that. So take care. And I got the wrong mouse, so I can't end it. Let's see, let me get the right mouse. Uh-oh, that's not the right mouse either. Oh, here it is. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye.